Welcome to Chains Unbroken, where we speak truth to power, where we challenge the status quo, and where the voiceless find their voice. Today, we delve into a document that was meant to guide our democracy, protect the ordinary Ghanaian, and ensure accountability from those in power. The 1992 Constitution. 33 years later, we ask, has it served us well? Or has it become the very chain that binds us? Now, a new Constitutional Review Committee has been formed, tasked with addressing the inadequacies of this sacred document. But Ghanaians, let us ask ourselves, how different will this committee be? Will it truly represent the voices of the people? Or will it end up like the others? A toothless entity that fails to challenge entrenched power. The 1992 Constitution was birthed out of a desire for stability. After years of military rule and political instability, it became the foundation for our Fourth Republic. It was supposed to mark a turning point, a document by the people for the people. But over the years, this constitution has revealed its cracks. It has allowed the concentration of power in the hands of a few, created a culture of political privilege, and left the ordinary Ghanaian struggling to survive. For how long will we allow this document to protect the interests of the powerful while neglecting the very people it was meant to serve? One of the most glaring issues with our constitution is the unchecked power it gives to the executive. A president in Ghana appoints over 6,000 people, from ministers to district chief executives, CEOs of state institutions, and many more. This isn't governance. It's monarchy disguised as democracy. And what about our members of parliament? The same MPs who are supposed to represent us become silent puppets of the executive once their party is in power. How can we call this a democracy when the separation of powers is a mere illusion? Ex-gratia, the golden handshake for our politicians. Every 4 years, millions of CDs are handed out to politicians, even as the nation struggles with debt, unemployment, and underdevelopment. Why should a politician who has already received a salary, allowances, and privileges walk away with ex-gratia while our teachers and nurses must fight for meager pensions? And yet, this Constitutional Review Committee has been silent on this issue. I challenge them. Will you end this injustice? Or will you once again betray the people? This isn't the first time Ghana has tried to amend its constitution. In 2010, the late President John Evans Atta Mills initiated a review process. That committee worked diligently, gathering input from ordinary Ghanaians, academics, and civil society groups. But what became of their work? Most of their recommendations were ignored, shelved, and left to gather dust. The political elite cherry-picked what suited them and discarded the rest. To this new committee, I ask, will you repeat this pattern of failure, or will you rise to the occasion and deliver a constitution that truly serves the people? The 1992 Constitution must be reviewed with the ordinary Ghanaian in mind. It is not just a legal document. It is a lifeline for the people. How can we justify a constitution that allows politicians to own mansions while families sleep on the streets? How can we defend a document that prioritizes the privileges of the elite over the rights of the people? The committee must address the real issues. Strengthen institutions to fight corruption. Limit the powers of the executive. Abolish ex-gratia payments. Ensure equitable distribution of national resources. To the members of the Constitutional Review Committee, history is watching you. Will you be remembered as the architects of change or the guardians of mediocrity? To my fellow Ghanaians, the Constitution is our document, our contract with the state. We cannot sit idly by and let others decide our future. Let us speak up, demand transparency, and hold this committee accountable. This is Chains Unbroken, your voice for the voiceless. I am Gabugbuji, and together we will break the chains that hold us back. Stay tuned for the next episode as we delve deeper into Ghana's journey toward true democracy. Until then, stay awake, stay vigilant, and stay unbroken.